Acura TLS valve cover replacement part 2. This is going to be for the rear. So to begin with, I just take off all the plastic cover around here and the bar right there and anything that's attached to the bar, this box right here, and then pull out the air filter, tubing, air filter and stuff like that. From here there's 2 plugs. I think this is the map sensor. This is the one of them is the map sensor. This sensor right here, this sensor here. Pull out this this purge valve tube right here, and I think that is it. Then take off, I don't remember, let's say if I could take off this 4 bolt right there and this whole thing could slide out. You don't have to detach the water hose and the electrical plugs. So I'm gonna try to leave that on there right now and just put out this 4 bolts right there and the whole thing just slide off. And for the intake, this platinum thing, just a tube right there, this vacuum hose. I believe that's it. And for now, let's do that first. I'm just smelling oil burning, and I replaced the front already. I just never did the back to now. Now looking at the mirror right there. So so that's the recap of taking off the 2 plugs here and there, the 4 bolts that comes in here, and the per solenoid vacuum. There's 2 lines right there, the vacuum hose and 2 vacuum hose actually. And this should be, for now, it should be out. Now we're going to take care of this piece, the platinum piece, and take off this little 10mm first, and the inside should be like 12 or 14, I forgot what it was. So all the 10mm off of the plate. There's a plug right here. Just make sure you plug it before you start yanking it. And this whole thing should come off right there. Just take the opportunity just to brush it off some of the carbon buildup. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 2 right there. So all the 12mm is loose. There's 2 nuts right here on this one, and then over here. And the rest is just bolts. 2, 4, 6, 7 bolts and 2 nuts. This one, the only thing attached to the vacuum hose right here for the platinum. Alright, here we go. These gaskets you can reuse, it doesn't do anything much. So right now, I'm just gonna get some tape it off. So make sure there's nothing is gonna fall in there. And then start taking off the valve cover in the back. So the tape is on, the intake. Prevent anything from falling inside. I'm working on this right now. So on this rail right here, there's 2 10mm to hold this in. Remove that and remove all that coil plugs. And there's a vacuum hose right here too for the valve cover. I removed this wire. Not sure if I even need it, but I think it's by removing this, it gives me a little more room trying to lift it up, because you cannot move out of the way. You gotta be connecting a lot of stuff, and there's a whole bunch of wires back in here, go around, I don't know where. So I just give me as much as room. There's not too much room, maybe like an inch off the valve cover. So right now I could just use a bungee cord and just tie it up just to hold it. So hopefully I could remove it. So right now this thing is all basically right now gonna have to take off the coil, and after the coil, then the valve cover bolts, and it should comes off. So the valve cover is off. Just a quick tip on the valve cover: when all the bolts remove, there's only limited space. There's like an inch, but you gotta clear this thing. You gotta clear out this tube. So imagine this is the valve cover this way. You lift it, okay? You lift it up, and you could turn it this way and come out perpendicular like that. So when you put it back in, the long way go in and just twist it and come back down. After this comes out, basically you just gotta clean it, use a rag, spray some brake cleaner and stuff like that. Just kind of wipe the surrounding, just free of oil and stuff like that. And do not put silicone on the gasket. This is the gasket. I replaced the front already. This is just for the rear. And this is how it looks now. I forgot what brand it is, but it's not working very well with this brand. So this is no good. At this point, you want to replace the grommet for the bolt on the valve cover. So the easiest way, I believe, is just to use the plier. You don't have to use a needle nose, you can use the regular plier with half the opening easier, and just use that, just hammer it, it'll come right off. So all the gasket is clean. Put it in, wipe out everything, wipe it in here, make sure there's no debris. But like I said before, it's very difficult to put it in like this because you only have like 1 inch of space. So by doing this, going in on top, I found it easier than twisting it. Going in like this. So when you put it in, you gotta use a mirror. Make sure that rings go around the spark plug tubes. Sometimes they snag and you'll cut it. So make sure you gotta wiggle it and the rings go inside the tube. The tube goes inside the ring. These have stoppers on them, so when you tighten it, when it hit the bottom, that's gonna be the most you can go. If you already hit the bottom, and you could just give it another, light snug. That's it. If you go too hard, it's gonna break, and you don't want this thing to break. Believe me, I have one that's break before on my other car. This is my rig stubby 3/8. This one is from Harbor Freight. It's come with the T-bar, and I just take it off. And this is a 3/8, and this is like very short. You know what I mean? This is for a great and tight area. I paid like 20 bucks or some sort. On this one, the end, I have to use my ratchet and ratchet. Because the plastic is on the way. Okay, this is where you start. Is it tight? You can feel it. So just snug it. That's it. Because once it hit bottom, you just snug it. You feel it. Do not over tight. That's why I don't like to use the long handle ratchet because the torque on these things is like way more than enough. Okay, right there. Just snug a little bit more. And you get this one. They have to use a ratchet. Right there, see? I can go no more. Snug it. That's it. Now it's just a matter of backtracking what we did. So basically right now, the coil gonna go back in. It doesn't really matter which, coil from where to where is all the same. So if you want, you can just mark it whatever you want. You know what I mean? Mark it where the coil is, which one it came out from, etc. But it doesn't really, actually it doesn't really matter. Backtrack, 10mm nut. I say this come in handy. My little rig too. This little 10mm bolt, it's just for holding purpose. Don't even try to kill it. Okay, that was in. Put back my injector clip and then my coil clip. And this right here, this hose for the vacuum hose. It's a good habit to, whatever your hose you're working on, replace it right away so you don't forget to tighten or whatever. Do that immediately so you don't have to, so you won't forget. Okay. Now is the matter of this 2-bolt right here. And these little injector here. So anything that thing is in. Sure, just go back in here. One here, one there. So there's 2 bolts right there. This is just for tight. So I can remove this now. 14. I just grab it from here because I don't want. This is probably about 12 millimeter, probably like 20 pound torque. So I just go like that. Shouldn't have to be that tight. I mean, I do have a torque wrench. But I've been fixing car for so long. Probably just feel it. Okay, one more time. Tight. Go like 2-finger pull. That's it. Click on everything and hook up this vacuum hose so you don't forget. Now, come on. Okay. And now just a cover going back on. So this is just a cover. You don't have to use super tight. Don't forget this clip on this end. Clip it in. And on this little shiny bolt. Check it one more time. I know this is tight. Okay. This first valve I got it from an Odyssey. I put it in since that day and have never changed it. I mean, even though I got a different one already. And right now it's just a gasket going back in. Okay. So I'm gonna clean up this gasket a little bit. Kind of dirty. So it goes in like this. These are all aluminum, folks. Be careful. Just snug it. Don't overkill it. So basically, this job is complete. Just this wire, this hose right here, and this one right there. I'm gonna put the air filter tubes in first, and the bracket for the box, and then the bar. Complete. So everything is done. All the covers back on. Air filter enclosure. This bolt. This air tube and this clip for the sensor. One there, one over here. Air filter clamps tight. Air filter thing, all the 8mm tight. Everything is back in. I smell a little bit of the residual of the oil burning. So I'm gonna drive around for a little bit and see, and then check it, see if it still leaks. But I doubt it will, because this is a better gasket, I believe.